It is week 6 of the high school football season, 2/3 of the way to playoffs. We're already talking about it. Now, these are the games where teams really start to separate themselves from the pack. 4 Northeast Indiana teams enter today with undefeated records, but tonight's game of the week will end that streak for at least one of them. Let's head out to Ligonier now for our game of the week. This is the Garrett Railroaders visit the West Noble Chargers in the battle for NECC supremacy. These two make up half of those undefeated squads left in Northeast Indiana, so let's head out to all the action at Charger Field. And we're going to start with Garrett. They've got possession first. QB Calder Hefty's pass is going to be deep and is going to be broken up. A little bit of a tip drill there. The interception by West Noble Jr. Trevor Steele. And we stay scoreless. The Chargers taking over. Ensuing West Noble drive now. Offense is driving, and we don't see this team pass very much, but Mikhail Bottles, what a name, and what a nice catch and run for the Chargers. That sets up the field goal. Chargers take the 3-0 lead. And then in the second quarter, another West Noble catch. This one by Xavier Yates gives the Chargers the first down and would actually lead to another field goal. Kicker Neftali Silva not fazed by the gusty winds with his second made kick of the half. That makes it 6-0 West Noble, and that's when the tides start to turn, though. This is the ensuing kickoff. Not much going offensively for the Railroaders, so why not turn to special teams? Getting the spark from Alex Guzman. He took that kick at the 4-yard line and goes 96 yards untouched. That would give Garrett the lead heading into halftime, and that is a lead they would not relinquish. The explosive West Noble offense held to just 21 yards in the second half, and Garrett goes on the road and leaves with a 6-0 record as the Railroaders pull out the win. Over to Albion we go now, where Central Noble plays host to the Lakers. This one a little less competitive. We start with the offense, a nice pitch and catch here for a first down for the Lakers. They would go for 55 points just in the first half, an absolutely dominating performance. The defense has a pretty good game, too, with 5-yard sack right there. Down goes Brody Morgan. And the Cougars would get on the board after the half, but much too little, much too late. Lakeland breezes past Central Noble, 55-14 your final score. And they advance to 4-1 on the year. Now taking a trip around the rest of the conference. Churubusco and Fremont were leading the small school division, but it's Busco keeping that conference record perfect tonight. Then Fairfield and Angola, both teams have been boom or bust so far this year, and it's Angola with the boom, defending home turf 47-8, your final there. Finally, Prairie Heights visits Eastside, and it's Eastside coming out on top 26-13 in this one. Now let's jump over to the NE8, where Columbia City puts their perfect record on the line, facing a winless New Haven squad, but one that's lost more than half their games by 1 score. But this one gets real ugly from the start. The block punt recovered by Ethan McIntosh gives the Eagles the 14-point lead. Then later in the first, Lyndon Fazio gets the ball on the misdirect and finds room to run. He takes this one 55 yards to the house, and Columbia City goes up 21 points in the first. They take a 49-point lead into halftime, ultimately finishing with a 70-point shutout victory. Now down to Belmont, where the struggling Braves host a Leo team fresh off their first loss of the year. Despite the rains, though, the Lions coming out in full force. First touchdown, this one from Nathan Foster. He scores this one, pushes his way through from 10 yards out to get the Lions on the board. Then we're going to see Grayson Esguera now nearly loses the ball, but still manages to get the pass off and finds Kellen Holbert for the nice touchdown reception there. Gets the score. Now late in the first half, the Braves are moved back to the 1-yard line, but the Lions defense pushes them back into their own end zone for the safety, solidifying their lead in the first half. The Lions score a touchdown just before half again as Esguera finds Rashad Martin for the nearly 40-yard scamper and score, and the Lions win big, 51-0, your final. Now let's check in on the feed from East Noble. The Knights looking to stay undefeated in conference play, hosting Norwell. And how about this for a start? Riley Biddle airs it out. Mason Treesh with the spectacular diving play. Sets up East Noble inside their 10-yard line, and then you just give it on to Dylan Krill. He's got all the power he needs to push through for the first score of the game. Now the East Noble Knights lead 7-0, looking to keep the good times rolling, and Dallas Plattner gets tied up, but gets away, hops out of the tackle. Takes this one 25 yards to the house. East Noble up 14. And now take a look at this play. Creel again, absolutely swallowed up, throws his defender to the ground. Then he goes pretty much sideline to sideline, punches it in from 25 yards out. East Noble picks up their 5th win of the year with a 42-point shutout of Norwell. And wrapping up our NE8 coverage with Huntington North and DeKalb, the Vikings beat up on the Barons